Two people who have had a lot of drama surrounding both their name and their brand have been Logan Paul and YouTube golden boy Mr.Beast. For Mr.Beast, we had the nightmare situation with his best friend Chris, and of course all the other allegations about him coming to light regarding faking videos, treating employees in potentially illegal ways, and overall his brand and reputation
is Video 3 ever gonna come out?
A major hit. For Logan, he obviously opened the CoffeeZilla can of worms once again. There was yet another shady project that he was heavily involved in now being exposed.
What is that?
And his beverage brand Prime has been losing relevance for the last calendar year, as the hype bubble on the product has seemed to have burst, and on top of that they are now facing a class action lawsuit, and to make matters even worse, they were then sued by the Olympic Committee, as well as a company called Refresco, who had allegedly signed a multi-year bottling deal with Prime when their sales were soaring high.
Hey, you know what's stuff about Prime, bro? I shouldn't feel bad, but I do low-key feel bad that Logan Paul has to take all the hits PR-wise when something happens with Prime. I don't hear shit from KSI when, like, Prime comes up. It's always Logan Paul, man. And I think Speed's an ambassador for the brand now. Like, he may have some ownership, but it always goes back to Logan Paul. I ain't gonna lie.
That Prime allegedly tried to back out of at the last minute, likely due to
and Prime is not fire, bro.
Basically, when Prime signed the deal, there was no sign that the sales of the product would drop so much, so Prime then agreed to quotas that they would not be able to fulfill, leading them to potentially lose a lot of money on the deal. So Prime then goes to this company, allegedly, and now Refresco wants $60 million. And so I'm sure you're wondering at this point, well okay, what do Mr.Beast and Logan Paul have to do with each other? Well, for years they have seemed to have had a good rapport. Logan has actually been one of the main focuses of several of Mr.Beast's competitions and videos, and Mr.Beast has been on Logan's podcast and featured in his content from time to time as well. Well, now Mr.Beast and Logan Paul are coming together to create their latest garbage product that they will peddle on their young, impressionable audience. So it all really started when Logan Paul tweeted out this a couple of days ago where he says, "Be
I know that silhouette everywhere."
there, Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern. Sharing this photo of him and his business partner KSI where he says that they're on to the next chapter. The next day, he would go on Instagram Live with Mr.Beast to announce their latest product.
Perhaps you are familiar
IG Live
with this product.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Yeah. So if you look closely, this product has a candy, an entree, and a drink.
Wait.
I think I'm starting to see where they're going here.
A drink?
A drink.
Some chocolate?
Yep, some chocolate.
And an entree.
And an entree.
Some,
I don't even want to finish.
Chocolate.
a drink,
A drink.
and an entree.
And an entree.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you guys for laying that out for us 3 separate times. These guys clearly know the age of their target consumer here.
Perhaps you guys are piecing this together, but this is Lunchables, and this is something
We grew up eating. It's a thing.
It's a thing, but it's been around forever. And,
Yeah, we don't have to.
no, we don't got it.
Mr. Beast is actually a horrible actor. Like, Mr. Beast is like technically supposed to be acting right now, but boy, he fucking sucks.
What's your thoughts on it?
Show us what you think of this.
So as you guys can
Is that
see,
the
they even
Rizzler?
recruited
What the fuck? The
the Rizzler to give his opinion on Lunchables. I mean, in general, Lunchables are known for just being absolute ass when it comes to nutrition. The packaging apparently has a whole lot of lead in it, and it was actually a product that was built out of failure. Back in the 90s, they had all this mystery meat that they really did not know what to do with because no adult wanted to buy it anymore, and so they thought, what are we gonna do with all this? We're gonna have to close down these different manufacturing plants. And that wasn't until someone had the genius idea of marketing it towards kids, giving them a little bit of autonomy, like, hey,
is that real? Is that real, chat? I want to say I was a Lunchables merchant. I was more of a, what's that one with the it's like the packaging's blue. I think there's a penguin on it. Damn, what is that called? Kids Cuisine. Yeah, I was a Kids Cuisine kid. But Lunchables, it was like, if it was there, I'd fucking eat it. But I didn't know it was that nasty, man. Damn.
hey, I can make my little sandwich at lunch, package that with some good marketing and a good product design, and it was just an absolute hit. But that does not mean it's ever been considered something that's actually good for a kid to consume.
I will say this. I got marketed, and my family got marketed like crazy as a child then, because, hey, when my mom wanted to pack me a healthy lunch, She packed me some Lunchables. No cap. She packed me some Lunchables. Cause an unhealthy lunch would be like a home cooked meal with some rice and like some really good shit. But Lunchables, not a lot of calories. It looks healthy. Hey man, we got cooked, or I got cooked at least.
You do the face too? Oh my gosh.
So
Okay.
perhaps you piece this together because we realized in JJ we have a drink.
Dude, you want to hold it? So it's easy to
Yo, shout out to Ron for the 11 months, man. Appreciate you.
Hydration beverage.
I sell chocolate.
3 ads.
We thought
This live
we
is
came together
ass.
to create a Lunchables competitor featuring the fastest growing hydration beverage ever.
This is a horrible rollout, by the way. If y'all don't go live on fucking YouTube, like, what are we doing?
And the fastest growing candy ever. And so we did that. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce you to Lunchly.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, brother.
The fact that the stream is like breaking down, like it has around 10 pixels right now, is just actually so prophetic that it hurts,
Oh,
because to me this
brother.
whole idea was just entirely half-assed. Like, this is literally just like them copying Lunchables' homework and trying to change a couple of things on their paper. And here these guys are acting like they discovered fire for making this blatant ripoff of another product. And so yeah, it's essentially a Feastables Prime collab. You got the Pizza Edition, which is a blatant ripoff of the Lunchables concept. You got the Turkey Stack'em, which is just like the classic Lunchable. And then you got the Fiesta Nacho. I'm sure
Yo, shout out to Yoshi for the 10 months.
Make
Appreciate
no
it.
sense because the drink is 18 plus.
What drink?
Lunchable does this shit too, okay? There's all different types of Lunchables at this point. This guy,
I mean, is it really though? I feel like for certain business things, bro, I swear to God, like creators get the short end of the stick just because they're YouTubers and not real business people. Like, yeah, Cardiac, that's what I'm saying. Like, when I know this is not the right name to bring up right now, but when P. Diddy made Ciroc wasn't the first of its kind. Like, when Shannon Sharp got his own fucking tequila or whatever he makes, like cognac or whatever, like, people get into the alcohol business, they brand themselves on it. That's the appeal. But it's not like they're really reinventing the wheel. Like, same thing with perfumes. Like, I don't know, bruh. I don't know.
Miles claims that every middle school lunch is about to look like this, and if that's the truth, I just feel really sorry for these kids. This guy Jack Appleby, if that's even a real person, says every kid is gonna want these for school lunch. They're gonna make millions. Even this Logan Paul fan page came out to say, hey, for the record, you can eat Lunchly for dinner too. Like, I'm sorry, but if you were an adult or even a kid grabbing one of these for dinner, either you need a better parent or you as an adult need to develop some better decision-making skills.
Yo, Chad, that's like saying I'm at a coffee shop. You stealing Starbucks flow. All right, bro. Like, what? Or like, even if Starbucks is a reach, like a local coffee shop's flow. Like, what?
Here was KSI announcing the product on Twitter, and as you guys can see in the comments, the fans are not happy. They say, this is unhealthy for you guys, don't consume. A collab with Mr.Beast, not a good look. We will not be buying. This isn't lunch. None of this is lunch. You're poisoning these kids. You could literally market anything healthy or beneficial successfully. Do better. So here I am on their website, guys, just to see what it's all about. Lunchly, have fun for lunch. There you have their 3 existing products, brought to you by creators that leave no crumbs. Delivering the dream, beyond basic lunch kits designed by today's internet.
Question. Maybe I missed it. Did they ever promote this as a healthy alternative? Did they ever promote this as a healthy alternative or just an alternative to Lunchables? They did? Okay. I'm gonna check. Cause I'm about to say, like, if the whole thing is just you're promoting unhealthy ass food to kids, bro. Mr. Beast made burgers already. He's made fucking chocolate before. Like, that already is unhealthy.
Icons. I mean, aren't these things literally the definition of basic? Like, this shit literally looks like an off-brand Lunchable that you would see at the Dollar Tree. And I like how here they say, live in the bite life, and it's just a bunch of random photos of these guys that literally have nothing to do with the product. Like, to me, this whole project just looks incredibly half-assed. But don't worry guys, you're gonna be the life of the lunchroom when you whip this out your backpack. I mean, literally guys, just look and read how many chemicals are in this bullshit. Now, the credit I will give to Mr. Beast here is that he does seem to have the cleanest product on this entire list, but obviously chocolate is still not good for you, and this is still essentially just a box of sugar and carbs and empty protein. And so they say this is how they stack up against the competition, okay? This is them versus the leading brand, who is likely Lunchable. Lunchly is flavorful. The leading brand, standard. And here once again Prime flexes their electrolytes. Oh, they have bold packaging. The other guys, they're basic. Big gestures, okay? Mid moments. Who the fuck came up with this? Now here they directly put themselves up against Lunchables, which I always think is kind of like a corny way to market a product. I mean, I'm not surprised that they did this
They are marketing it as a healthier alternative to Lunchables. Not necessarily outright saying that it's healthy, but they know what they're doing, though. They know what they're doing.
Single marketing campaign I've ever seen from Mr.Beast Feastables. He goes out of his way to try and shit on his lead competitor, Hershey's.
I was in a Feastables business meeting, and I realized tasting better than Hershey's wasn't so special. Doesn't everything taste better than Hershey's?
Honestly, I think Hershey's bars just taste like shit, to be honest. It's been here forever. They're kind of boring. They just have the shelf space and no one really competes with them. And I think it's time someone just comes in there and it's like, shut up, you boomers. Make new products and innovate or just get the fuck out of here. All the time, I just grab a Hershey's bar and anytime I see throw it at the wall. It's kind of a joke. Oh, that's so funny.
I'm going to buy a Hershey chocolate bar.
Which is horse.
Or a Feastable.
Great.
And the Hershey is going to go to what? What is that going to go to?
Some rich guy.
Some rich dude.
Yeah, that rich guy.
Yeah, dude.
5 Feastables every moment.
To me, that kind of stuff always just makes your company look really immature. Either way, they're marketing the same protein, less calories, more electrolytes, and less sugar per package. And it looks like that was their main focus for these 3 different products that they're delivering. But to me, these numbers are pretty minuscule, and I don't think that it's always the, like, end-all, be-all when it comes to nutrition. Like, if...
Is the issue because Mr. Beast has made, like, this name for being, like, a philanthropic, you know, better for humanity-ass motherfucker? Because the way I'm looking at this, chat... This is a creator releasing a product, trying to compete with Lunchables, trying to compete with an existing product. And I don't see any problem with that. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't. I feel like the main reason this is getting shitted on is because of everything going on with Mr. Beast. I feel like him collaborating with Logan Paul, who also doesn't have good PR right now. I don't know, bro. I don't know. This is nothing burger.
If I'm a parent, I'm more concerned with what's actually going into this shit. I don't know, I just think it's ridiculous that in this country there's literally almost no restrictions on what they can feed the general public. This is stuff that's literally marketed towards kids, and it's all just a bunch of shit, whether it's Lunchly or Lunchables. It's not good for you and it's a bunch of processed crap. You know, I understand, like, as a parent, it can be easy to just go grab the Lunchly, but God, you're doing your kid a serious disservice if you're feeding them this on a regular basis. And the thing is that Feastables is actually really popular. Unlike Logan Paul and Prime, their sales just continue to progress, and so I don't really get why he would want to attach his boat to a seemingly already sinking ship. And this is actually all coming only around a month after Mr. Beast would announce his toy line, Mr. Beast Toys.
In this ad, I'm gonna tell you about the greatest toy on earth, Mr. Beast Lab Swarms.
Can I drink this?
Put it down.
Just mix them, shake them, and create your micro beast. There's over 100 swarms to collect.
Is this one rare? No. Is this one rare? No.
This one is the rarest of them all, the Hyperchrome Micro Panther. Mix, shake, and create. Swarms, each sold separately.
Thanks, Jimmy. I'm gonna keep this one.
I haven't seen a commercial like that in a minute, man.
$999.
And obviously, Mr. Beast audience is primarily kids, so he's going to be making products like toys, candy, and now Lunchly, okay? It's all geared towards kids, which to me is kind of crazy, given everything that's happened and transpired over the last couple of months, with some of the decision-making that he was making in regards to...
I don't know why this picture is so funny, bro. The thumbnails made from this specific picture is crazy, bro.
Who he was hiring, who he was putting in charge of important financial and other matters in the company. I mean, overall, it just makes this rollout look a little bit crazy to me, but if one thing is also clear, it's that Mr. Beast is likely not going to let anything stop him from pursuing his original plan before all this drama unfolded, and he's just gonna keep rolling with the punches. At this point, I think he's moved on. I really don't expect him to even make a statement about any of the dog pack videos, or like go on video or go on a podcast and actually talk about the Chris situation either. All we're gonna get is like this PR apology statement from his Twitter page, and even like from a YouTube standpoint, he's just kept it moving. He's kept uploading videos as he normally would. Okay, guys, so it is officially the next day, and I do have a couple of
this was the tweet that I seen, man.
Updates, because this tweet right here from Dan TDM, it really pissed off the boys involved with this operation. So he says, "What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better." And obviously
What? This is selling stuff for the sake... I ain't gonna lie, if we find out that Dan TDM has ever sold merch, then what are we doing? How does merch benefit your fans? Especially when you have a young audience that's probably using their parents' credit card. Like, what?
absolutely agree with his sentiment here.
And also, why do I have to make something that has to benefit my audience, like, directly? You know what I'm saying? Like, from a health perspective, making their life better. What if I just want to sell some cool shit, some collectible shit, maybe some artwork? Like, you buying art from someone isn't gonna benefit your fucking fans. It's just, you made art, you want to sell it, people want to support you, transaction made. Like, what?
They're framing this like, oh, we're the healthier alternative, when really it's still the same processed crap. And so KSI responds first. I guess he thought this would be like a slam dunk, where he shares some of this guy Dan TDM's products, and it appears that they're all just pretty much toys or little figurines. I don't really get how this is relevant towards any sort of argument he could be making, because these toys aren't gonna ruin the health of the kids that he was likely promoting them to. And if he's just trying to shit on the product itself, saying it's like low grade, well, that's quite ironic, because he sold the very same things. And so obviously people start to make the argument towards him that he's really just talking about the food and it being processed shit. And so he says, but, he was talking about food, JJ. He was sponsored, then promoted, and made a whole video on Munch Pack, a monthly sub box full of food and
He getting baked right now, Chad. He getting flambéed.
candy to his Minecraft audience full of kids. Now what? Well, yeah, he might have.
Because I don't give a fuck if this isn't his product. He is still promoting this to his audience, which is primarily kids. So now he's getting baked, Chad. He's getting baked.
9 years ago, keep in mind. But that in no way equates to him heading this company and relentlessly promoting a product that he owns, that he's going to make the majority of the profit from, that is obviously not going to be good for anyone. Now here's where Logan comes around to respond to the same tweet where he says, "I'll tell you what happened to YouTubers. We spent our life creating content and building our brands. Now we want to build businesses. You don't say anything when Lunchables faces bans for allegedly containing lead. But when we create a better version, you're upset? Then don't eat it." Honestly, I just find this to be another really lazy cop-out. Like, dude, no YouTuber is going to be mad at a fellow YouTuber for getting out there and expanding their business. But when you're doing it in this way that just looks so damn lazy, and obviously you're like peddling these products on kids,
that is one like pet peeve of mine in 2024 is motherfuckers complaining about products. Like, I understand it to some degree, but bro, I swear to God, at the end of the day, you have the choice to not swipe your card. Like, it's like, to me, it's like going to the grocery store and like spending 5 minutes complaining about this one thing in the aisle when you could just ignore it and move on to the next thing and, you know, just go for what you're actually looking for. I don't know, bro. Can't say that for kids. They don't got a credit card. What?
I think that some criticism there is absolutely fair. Not even to mention that I'm pretty sure they allegedly found some lead within some Prime, okay? I think they've been sued a couple of times for it, but guess you don't want to say nothing about that. And even the virtuous Mr.Beast had to come through with his reply to this very same tweet, okay? It rubbed them really the wrong way. And he says Lunchables sells hundreds of millions of units and countless people eat it. Our goal is to give people a better for you alternative to it. Our turkey meal, for example, is 80 less calories. Wow, mind-blowing. That's such a big difference. 60% less sugar, more electrolytes. We use real cheese. They use cheese product. They can't call it cheese. Higher quality meat, etc. Obviously, eating fresh chicken and broccoli is healthier, but if someone is going to eat a pre-made meal like this, which millions of people do through Lunchables, then I think giving them a higher quality version at roughly the same price is a net good in my opinion, and why we launched Lunchly. Oh yeah, you know, you just did it out of the good of your heart. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the millions of potential dollars you could make. I mean, I won't lie, there's the one thing that I don't really like about Mr.Beast and his whole brand. I know that he has done a lot of good for this world, but that doesn't mean that every single move he makes, especially like his more businessy moves, his more profit-driven moves, have to also be painted in like this positive light, like, oh, I'm doing something good, guys. Because you're really not, dude. You're kind of just like stacking on to an already existing problem. They would also release this.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, Mr. Beast, if it's a money grab, it's a fucking money grab. Like, I don't have a problem if, like, literally you just want to sell a Lunchables competitor. Like, just keep it at that, gang. Don't. Yeah, and you trying to push hard for this, like, it's actually healthy shit. You don't gotta do all of that. You don't.
A short video doing a direct comparison between Lunchly and Lunchables, and this is where you get some of that classic MrBeast marketing, which is pretty much just shitting on your opponent.
Lunchly versus Lunchables.
With Lunchly, you get double the amount of liquid.
Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Crunch Bar.
Whoa.
Feastables Crunch
Yeah!
Bar. If you look at this close up, you can already tell which one has better ingredients. All right, we'll start off with the Lunchables.
Bro, I'm sorry.
Yeah, who would have guessed they hate
now
them?
we're trying Lunchly.
I bet they're gonna love them.
We're not biased at all, but ours is way better.
Is that
This is a
legal?
Lunchly salsa right here. Look at the consistency, the texture. And this is Lunchables. This
just
is
keep on
look,
using
it's watery.
Lunchables in your
I can't
promo?
even look at that. With 400 milligrams of electrolytes, my God!
And it's available for around $4. Super affordable. Go give it a try.
Yeah, personally, I would not be partaking. I might make a little video just to compare this to a Lunchable so I can collect some ad dollars. But yeah, guys, you really do have to start thinking about what you're putting into your body. You know, I had to have that realization a couple years back. I was just eating like an absolute pig, ordering DoorDash all the fucking time, filling my body with all this different processed food and chemicals. And honestly, past like your physical appearance, when you're digesting all of that nonsense, it can straight up make you mentally unhealthy, okay? All that shit is going straight to your brain. It's what's literally fueling the machine that is your body. And just picture like if your body was a car, it'd be like dumping a bunch of used, nasty oil into it. Like, it's not going to make for a very efficient machine. But either way, I do want to know what you guys think about this down below. Will you be trying lunch?
I think ultimately, MrBeast, Logan Paul, and KSI are definitely not the first to promote unhealthy products to their kid-leaning audience at the end of the day. Motherfuckers have been sponsored by McDonald's this year, Chipotle this year, Raising Cane's this year, and no one batted an eye when they were promoting that shit. The difference is these three right now, well, really two, these motherfuckers are not likable people right now. And ultimately, that's why they're getting shitted on. On top of them making a product instead of, like, sponsoring one. Like, they're putting their name and brand on it. But that really doesn't make a difference to me, in my opinion.